we're sitting here talking about this, and we've had so many extended conversations, plus other conversations about music and everything like that. I ran across a video on TikTok, another TikTok video. Yes, I understand.
Shout out TikTok.
And it's from a podcast, and I want to shout out the podcast because this clip, when I saw this clip, I said, damn, man, like they really spitting. This clip is from a podcast called Beats and Chill.
Okay, Beats and Chill, yep.
Right,
Episode
Beats and Chill. Yeah, so Beats and Chill podcast, and it was a dude on there that was talking about people not really caring about music.
Okay.
So I want to hear your perspective on this, or your opinion on this.
Sure.
Because, man, this kind of make me sad. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, let's hear it.
Y'all niggas do not be listening to music for real.
Nope.
And I'm gonna die on that hill.
Okay.
The conversations that we have about music are because of subscription services. When we was younger,
Correct.
if you were into music, that was like an actual thing. It was like a subsection of people that like you downloaded music, you maybe listen to certain YouTube videos, you read certain magazines. I know, dinosaur shit, but like.
Yep.
Now, because like niggas can pay $10 or be on their mom family plan and they have access to all the music, now niggas just talk about music. You niggas don't give a fuck about music. Y'all don't be listening to the full album. Y'all don't be knowing the context of anything.
Nope.
You don't even like these artists y'all talk about. Y'all like 3 artists, then y'all act like they the only artists that ever made anything.
Facts.
Y'all pick certain artists to hate because somebody told you to and you saw as a popular narrative online.
Facts.
You niggas don't listen to music for real. You can't even tell me who made the beat. You don't know where this nigga's from.
Nope.
You don't even know what the fucking song is about. So stop asking me my opinion about anything on music. You niggas don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I mean, what do you think about that? I felt like he was spitting.
Yeah, bro, it goes back to the value stake in things, and I'm gonna sound like a repeater, but to people who hadn't heard this subsection, you had stake in music. You had man, I remember my brother telling me what he did to buy a DMX album back in the day. That was his favorite rapper, his first favorite rapper when he came to America from Haiti. He said, bro, I saved my lunch money to go buy the new DMX. So he had stake power in it. He had the physical copy. The artists used to go to, you remember when the artists used to go to Best Buy to sign
Yes.
CDs? So you would see and touch, pause, the artist, and you may have the ability to ask a question to that artist for 30 seconds.
Yep.
And you had stake in it. Now the stake is 0.003 cents to the artist. Now the stake is $10 for me to have access to millions of songs. So now the stake is I have a wide variety. And when I have a wide variety, and then I mix that in with podcasts, and then I mix that in with other content, and then I mix that in with every OnlyFans girl, I'm overloaded. So by the time I click play on your album, I'm fatigued. I can't listen to your hard ass verse. It might be hard as hell, but nigga, I'm just thinking about that fine shit I just saw on my Explore page. Nigga, I'm just thinking about that Casanat stream where I'm looking at the chat going up. Nigga, y'all just went on TikTok and I just learned some shit. So by the time I get to try to live in your world, I don't care. I don't give a damn. I gotta have some stake in yours. I gotta have some shit that's so outrageous that has happened to me that you gonna want to click play. You remember when King Von came out?
Yep.
The King Von appeal was, oh, this nigga's a killer for real. I gotta listen to this. It wasn't he's a great storyteller, which he is and was. The narrative was he's a killer. I have to watch this shit. And that's where we at. You just heard me play a Chris Patrick song. Dead nice. Every box he checks. And I'm looking at how the fuck is this shit only 90,000? This nigga is dead nice. It's because he don't got no outrageous shit to happen to him. And that's where we are. We're falling in love with the story, and that saddens me. And if you're a music artist, you no longer have the ability to just be a music artist. You have to be a content creator now. Whether that means you're like me and getting behind the microphone and having your own podcast hosted by Media Den, whether that means you into gaming and you're gonna start streaming and you're into that, whether you're finessed 2 times in a bullshit ass deal where you have to now try to change your name to get out of your contract because they don't want to let you out of your contract, so now you're streaming but you're making money because you're funny as hell. All of this shit is fucked up, gang. There is no physicals, and that's in everything. This phone, I'm renting it right now, my nigga. I don't got no staying power in this shit. I didn't pay $1,000 to get this cellular device. But back in the day when the iPhone 1 dropped, nigga, I had to drop that $800 or $600, however much the iPhone 1 was. So I had staying power. They're removing staying power in everything. They're removing staying power in the video games. Everything is digital.
Yeah, bro.
There's a license now for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
They're removing your access and they're removing your stake power, and that's in anything. Music is just a subsector of everything that's going on in life, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're moving around the connectivity for the daily consumer.
Right.
Like when you take away the ability to be able to connect in certain ways in music, we connected through physicals.
Correct.
Like you can actually connect. Listen, you get a physical, whether it's a CD, record, whatever, you open it up, you would like
booklet.
You would have a booklet in it. That
they
also had a not a flyer, but a poster that you could put on your
shoot.
wall.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You can see all the credits,
right? And then they used to write messages inside of the booklet. Thanks to my fans, X, Y, and Z.
And if you were really creative, you might have some extra stuff in there. You know what I'm saying?
Correct, like a deluxe too.
Yeah,
but a different deluxe, not 5 tracks. A deluxe to where you got the 5 tracks, you got the extra posters. You may have a potential like extra magazine excerpt. Access that's completely different and removed now, bro.
Yeah, you can't even connect anymore.
No,
that actually sucks.
It does,
bro. You know one thing that like I still do to this day, even though I'm not as connected to music that much anymore, just because I mean we'll get into that some other time, but is when I would listen to new projects to this day though, and I just have respect for the art form like that. When someone drops an album, I'm not sifting through the album for like whatever I'm looking for. I'm playing it from top to bottom. I want to hear, cause bro, I
think it's because you've taken the time to make a project.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, you know how hard that shit is, bro. It's not an easy task.
Maybe, yeah, bro. I mean, bro, like you think about it. You put in so much mental power.
Facts.
Right? So much mental power to put together a piece every single day for however many months. And knowing that when you get to the part when you want to arrange everything, you're like, all right, I want this to be here because then it makes this person feel this way or whatever, or it sounds good transitioning from this and blah 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 blah. I want to be able to have a glimpse into the artist's mind from there. And I may not even get it right, but just to give it the amount of respect to be able to say, all right, I'm gonna play this album from top to bottom instead of skipping through things immediately. I just feel as though you just get the full thing of the actual album, and a lot of people don't do that, bro.
That's because you come from the CD era like me.
Yeah.
When you buy
some people I know from the CD era don't do that either, which is weird to me.
Because bro, your attention is being competed with on a day-to-day basis.
It's just kind of crazy.
We're all overstimulated, bro.
It's so wild, bro.
So by the time I hit play, nigga, I'm exhausted. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of just competing against niggas in my hood or the Drakes of the world. I gotta compete with Castanet too, and I Show Speed and Dean the Great and AD and a podcast that might be fly as hell that we don't know about, but you might be into it. And then I gotta deal with all the sports shit going on. That's true. I got every bad bitch per minute, and then I got bills. By the time I get to your shit, gang, I ain't gonna value it.
Yeah, that's true.
Unfortunately, that's where we at in music, bro. So shit, I'll just create for me. You feel me? What I'm saying? I get it to whoever I need to get it to, as far as DJ X, Y, and Z. Spread my message that way. But bro, for the most part, yeah, that's where it's headed now, bro. That's why you see a lot of rapper turned streamers, the Iggy Azaleas of the world, running up a bag. Sauce is running up a bag. Finesse is running up a bag, because that's where it's at.
Do you think that artists are starting to realize that nobody care about music too? They're starting to realize it too?
Yeah, and they're coping. Like the gentleman that we spoke of pre-pod.
Or like Lizzo?
Oh, Lizzo got motion with streaming too.
But Lizzo has been talking about how hard it is to be in the music industry right now, especially for her, because of exactly the same things that we're talking about.
Correct.
And so now, I mean, shoot, she dropped an album like, what, a month ago or whatever.
She sold like 2,000 copies,
yeah, like
right?
2,000, you know what I mean? Mind you, she's who she is.
She made what she made off that 2,000 copies with her last stream. Now, can you get that specific?
Does she stream?
Yes, she was at Streaming University. Yes, she streams.
But okay,
I'm just saying that she made that too. Let's just say she owned, which I'm 100% sure she doesn't. Let's say she owned full ownership of the album, and she made every beat, and she has 100, which is 200 if you own your publishing.
Yeah.
She owns 100 of everything, and there's $10 per copy. It's $20,000. Let's just say her subs is $5.
yeah.
How much is it going to take of that many sales to equate to that 20,000? Maybe a stream, maybe two streams.
She got motion like that on
She
stream?
got motion like that.
For real?
Yeah.
But is it because of her stardom, or is it because she, like, her
Both.
streams is really like that?
Both. It's
What
her
is she
stardom,
doing on
though.
stream?
You feel me? Probably working out, cooking. I'm not too tapped in, but I know she got, you know what I'm saying? She got enough motion to get to Streaming University. You know, there's been other artists turned streamers who tried to get in there, and yeah, she was really Dream Doll was on there. Dream Doll is another artist turned streamer.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, like they're turning attention to streaming, because that's where the paper is at right now. You know what I mean? At least. So yeah.
It's just kind of crazy because, you know, some of these artists, I believe they have other talents outside of performing. Like, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I mean, Lizzo plays the flute.
Okay.
Who knows if she plays any other instruments? So
Probably
she can have some placements doing something like that. Or, you know, I don't know if Lizzo actually writes, but I mean, I would like to think that there's a lot of artists. But then again, when I think about it, thinking about that a couple times, that Money Long has like exposed how even that has changed.
The writing shit ain't really that.
That's kind of crazy.
Like, you better off like being a producer like me. Like I've gotten writing credits, right?
Yeah.
Shit, I got writing credits on Aaron new joint.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to break that shit up. You know what I mean? By the time you get from the label, granted, you know, Aaron's independent, but granted, by the time you get from the label to the artist itself, and then to you, the producer's gonna get broken off before you. So maybe you're making 12%, maybe you're making 15%. St. John is another person who's broken it up. Like, he wrote an Usher song and he barely made anything off of it.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why you seeing a lot of these writers, just fuck that shit. Let me get in front of this microphone. You feel me? Because 50% of the stake is better than 12% of the stake.
How long do you give before music just completely becomes like
Nullified,
a
thing of the past?
Especially when it comes down to human
maybe hip hop.
artists.
Maybe hip hop in particular, right? Hip hop is on the decline. Country is on the rise. So
That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
no. A lot of the people that I felt like would have carried the genre are no longer here, are locked up. I think Pop Smoke would have been on his way to legendary status. I think Juice WRLD would have been on his way to legendary status. I think X would have been on his way to legendary status. Those are three right there that I can name that could be legends, and depending on how their career panned out, potentially, knock on wood, could have been icons. They're no longer here.
I agree.
Vaughn is not here. I don't think he would have been a megastar, but he had motion before he passed, right? LeVon James tweet is crazy, by the way.
A LeVon Trent.
LeVon James.
Who said that?
LeBron.
Hold on a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna have you post it up right now. I'm gonna have you put it up because you
Wait,
think I'm
what?
capping. You never saw that tweet? He never
LeBron
deleted it.
James called himself LeVon James.
Ain't no cap
Hell
on my
nah,
rap.
bro.
Ain't no cap on my rap. I'm gonna read. Give me a second.
Nah, bro.
Give me a second, bro.
You serious, kid?
I'm dead ass. Here
Nah,
it is.
that's kinda
Here it is.
crazy.
November 6th, 2020 is when, of course, King Von was no longer here. Rest easy, Von. Bronny, Bryce, and I had rock with his music and storytelling. The kid had a damn good future ahead of him. My prayers and blessings to his family. Hashtag LeVon James. Hashtag King Von.
Man, that Akron nigga kind of wild, bro. That Akron nigga wild, bro. Every now and then you start to see the hood come out of Bron.
He really a trench baby,
I
nigga.
swear, bro, you can't, like, there's just a lot of things that you just wouldn't be able to, like,
Understand.
remove, bro. And there's times where you see it in Bron, where you like, oh, this nigga from the projects for real.
That's what I'm trying to show you. I ain't understanding either. Like, there was certain instances I'm like, oh yeah, this nigga really from the trenches.
Yeah.
Then I visited Akron. I'm like, oh, okay. Understood.
Yeah,
No more.
yeah,
Understood.
clearly. I mean, the man is from the projects.
Yeah, bro. He really from the trenches for real. Yeah, LeVon James though.